Hey everyone, I'm Kiddo3 and welcome to a thing that's a thing, and I don't know why this is pulled up, but okay. Um, anyway, it's kind of like a new series kind of thing, where,
And I'm
yeah,
here.
Elemental Oreo is here.
Forward. You forgot the forward.
I forgot the four. It's such a big difference. It's such a
The thing
big
is, to be honest,
difference.
if you actually forget the forward, you'll get a shoe brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually true. That's why it's
uh,
actually such a big. That's why it's such a big thing.
okay, in all seriousness though, this is kind of a thing where I'm just gonna talk about a character and how they're good from Fire Emblem Heroes.
Yeah, I kind
Mainly
of have him. I have a 4-star, but he has a 5-star.
mainly underrated ones. Slash just
Yeah,
ones that people think are
I'll start a
horrible
series
when
also.
they are
I'll start a
not.
series also, and you can help me with that also.
Yeah. Pretty much characters that people think are horrible or just think they're worse than they actually are. And this time, it's Boey. Now,
Bo is pretty good.
yeah.
He's not
I
the
mean,
best, like not Nino style, but still, he's pretty damn good in his own right.
yeah. And I'm literally just using this website to show off his stats. But first off, his HP is freaking amazing. But honestly, you with like the thing you would actually go for him, chances are you won't need HP as much as other stats. But
But still, HP is still a miracle.
yeah. But anyway, Bowie, I can easily say is the probably the strongest counter I know of. Probably in the game actually for colorless units, specifically dagger users and bow users,
Huh.
because of because he has such high defense,
Oh, that is
which
true.
he has extremely high defense considering he's a mage. He's actually the eighth. He has the eighth best defense in the game, according to this, at least.
Nice. But it's still not as good as Drogue.
Okay. Anyway, but because of that, he can take hits from Kagero and take no damage if he has a triangle adept Blah Raven. It was one of the Raven tomes, Gron Raven. Um,
Yeah. With uh, still, I still prefer giving him Gron Blade, but you know,
Gron Blade is like actually a really bad choice for him. Well,
I know. But like
it's not a
giving,
very compared
I
to
know.
his other options. It's not a very good choice for him.
I'm gonna say
Um,
like Bowie in his own right, he's either the fourth or fifth best green mage.
Probably. I feel like he's extremely underrated because he just like the only units he actually does have problems with are red units, especially if you have a triangle adept build,
Oh,
and
especially Solano.
especially red mages. No matter what, red mages destroy him because one, he has pretty low resistance, and two, well, triangle advantage.
Yeah,
And he also has pretty low speed considering.
and keep in
So,
mind, he's still not the best mage
he
though,
definitely isn't.
which means freaking he still gets outclassed by other green mages,
Yeah.
like
But
featuring like Nino,
yeah,
Julia, and Sonia, the top three green mages.
yeah. Our opinion. Our opinion. Um, but the reason why Bowie's so good is because okay, his speed isn't that good, yeah. His attack is also not the best, but his defense is pretty much what makes him so goddamn good. He
And
hard
plus, he also has
counters.
enough attack to freaking stand
Yeah,
his own ground.
he hard counters pretty daggers and bows. I
And
mean,
plus, has a skill basically made for him called Earth Boost,
well,
which is also a pretty damn good use. It's pretty
yes,
good, but not for him. That's the thing.
yeah, that it's not like
It's not good for him.
to be honest, the boost skills are in general just kind of you need a unit that would actually keep their HP pretty high for it to work, but
Likes to feel.
yeah, like I feel. Actually, Zephyr's probably one of the only units that it will work on. Agreed?
Yeah, agree.
Anyway, the reason he's so good, like as I said, he hard counters the most of the colorless units, especially if you give him Gron Raven, and even though it's kind of overused, Gron Raven Triangle Adept, pretty damn good. Um, the only problem he might have is against mages because he doesn't really have the best resistance. But even though that, yeah, is true, chances are he's only gonna get destroyed by red mages and
Right.
a few green mages, mainly the top three.
Yeah, because in the Bowie in his own right, like stands a strong number 4 or 5.
Yep, I that's pretty much where I stand. But his attack, even though it's not the best, there's enough attack. He has enough of an attack stat to actually do crap, unlike say Henry.
To be honest, he honestly destroys Linden every single way.
No, if Lind is able to get enough damage on him, he's dead.
I know, but the
Because
thing is, like,
because of his res.
beside the best thing Lind has that Bowie doesn't is speed and attack. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Lind doesn't have that much HP in general. Freaking, she doesn't. She has absolute crap defense, and resistance isn't that good either.
I mean, I haven't seen her resistance actually. But
Her resist. Let me pull it up right now. So I have a Lind.
okay.
Unlike you.
Yeah, I don't have.
Yeah, her resistance is already level 20. Is only level 27.
She's level 40, correct?
Yes.
That's at least enough to combat some things.
It's still not as high as Bowie's.
I mean, it's definitely not as good as it really needs to be, but whatever.
Yeah, but still, defense. She has one of the least defense in the in the entire game. Wait, we're getting off track here. Crap.
Yeah. So again, with Bowie's speed, even though yes, it is low, he at least has enough to, especially if you have a plus speed Bowie, he has enough to deny a few. Like he's able to deny doubles from a few of the slower units at least.
Yeah, like
And
Gordon, Sophia.
even though he doesn't have the best attack, as I said, it's good enough to the point where he can actually do stuff. Plus, combined with Ignis, it can be a pretty powerful combination, especially if you have quicken pulse, which honestly is kind of an overpowered sacred seal.
It still would go better for Sonya, but whatever.
Eh. Whatever. As for his weapon, his original weapon is not Gron Raven, it's Gron Owl, which a lot of people say is really bad, but it's actually really easy to set up, especially if you're using
it's
especially
basically
if you have especially if you're using a build in which he has close counter. Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's really up to you. It's like, do you want higher of each stat the more units you have around him? Like you've clumped people in and they boost everything by 2 or times 2 by the number of allies.
Hashtag just realized I got the worst stats for Nino.
Shit.
So yeah, show your Bowie some love.
Yeah.
Make him level 40.
Boey just doesn't get enough love. And so it's pretty much up to you whether you want Gron Owl or Gron Raven. It's just like, do you want him to be extremely tanky, or do you want him to actually have a lot of offensive power, which Gron Raven provides, because you know, gives him an even bigger advantage against colorless units. And as I said, Gron Raven plus Triangle Adept, he takes no damage from Kagero. So,
Which Kagero is the best shirt can use in the damn game.
yep.
So I have Kagero, but only 4-star. But Jafar, which is the second, and 5-star.
Well,
Hashtag not blessed.
actually, now that I think about it, he might take damage from Kagero, but he does not take a whole lot at all.
She definitely outnumbers her.
Yeah. And again, part of that is the combo of Gron Raven Triangle Adept, but still pretty damn powerful.
Thing is, give them something like Life and Death or Fury. That boosts him up.
Not really. It gives him a much bigger weakness of mages, and it
I know,
lowers his best stat.
What?
It lowers his best stat.
With defense?
Yeah. So I'm not sure if that would be the best, but I could see that. I could see it being useful in some situations. It would have to be tested beforehand, but whatever.
I can test it right now.
Are you really gonna sacrifice someone for life and death just to give Boey life and death?
I have a Hana ready just to do it.
And let me just point out, Life and Death 3 is only available on 5-star units. Let me just point that out.
Hold on. Let me check that.
I'm not joking.
Alright. I'm gonna prove you wrong. No, you're not wrong.
I told you. Anyway.
I thought Sophia would have it for 4-star, but you know.
No, he has a 5 stars. But anyway, yeah. That's
So you better show your thing. You better show your Bowie some love, okay?
You forgot his name.
So yeah, I know.
But Ignis, especially if you have quick pulse, that can be insane. Because even though Bonfire would have, like, it would activate much faster, Ignis does a lot more damage. And in certain situations, and again, especially if you have quick pulse, that can be extremely useful. Considering, just, like, look at this. Look at this. So,
By the way, I'm gonna do one next.
yeah. So, not only does he destroy colorless units, he destroys lance units a lot. Like, I mean, have him go up against just about any lance unit, he wins. Boey wins. And axe users aren't really too much of a problem for him either. Most infantry units aren't too much of a problem for him, other than, say, people with distant counter, such as Ryoma or Xander. Those he might have a little bit of a problem with due to the triangle disadvantage and, well, let's just say things can surpass Bowie's defense, it just takes a bit. And if you're going for Triangle Adept, it'll hurt him even more with red units, just in general.
Yeah.
But luckily, he should have enough defense to at least survive hits from sword units, even if he does have a Triangle Adept, depending on what sword unit it is. But chances are you don't want him to combat sword units or just red units in general. Most other units he should have a jolly good time with.
He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow.
Why?
I don't know. I was bored.
But anyway, I think that's about it. And
yeah,
all I'm gonna say, give Boey some love. He's better than a lot of people think. See ya.
Next time.